They call that a catch. Hold on. Okay, I'm a little bit behind on the telecast. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Something queued up here. Hold on. Super loud. Okay. Yeah, I'm about 2 seconds behind on my, because I paused it. I ate some breakfast, and so I'm behind a little bit. So there's 10 seconds. We're going to do video review. I can fast forward a little bit. It's the last catch on the sideline with 10 seconds left to go. Okay. 2nd and 2. 11 seconds to go. Damn. This is a damn good game, guys. This is a damn good game. Okay. Give me 2 more seconds, okay? What the? Hold on. Whoop. Alright, guys. Hold on for 2 more seconds. We'll start the stream in a minute. Oh, overthrown. Ah, close. Close. Super close. Alright, give me... Let's wait a little bit longer. Okay, field goal. Here we go. Last play of the half. I don't know if this goes in or out. Whatever it might be. Like I said a little earlier, I'm behind a lot. I'm real time. I'm probably behind like 10-15 minutes because I paused the game when I had breakfast because I was like, dude, I'll just catch up through replay. But here we go. Last play. Field goal. Not even the field goals are safe. The wind is pushed. Is it going to push it? Yep. No good. It is 0-0 going into the half. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, this is a great game. Hold on. All right, people. Who are they going to choose to interview? Which coach, with it being 0-0, which coach do you interview going into half? You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, coach, both of y'all are kind of, you know, the elements of the wind are affecting both of you. Who do you talk to? I'd talk to both of them. I'd get both of their reaction. Okay, let's see if there's gonna be. I'm also watching the Pat McAfee one. Okay. I'm watching the McAfee telecast. I'm not watching the traditional telecast. It's always this windy. End quote from one of the coaches. All right, guys. It is 0-0 halftime. Let me put that down. And all right, 0-0. Let's see if there's anything else that we can get queued up. Whoop. Let's use this thing over here. Put this right here. Hope you guys. All right. No, wait. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I've seen... Wait. No, let's just leave it like this. Let's leave it like this. Why not? Okay. Anyways. Let me mute this. Are we caught up all the way? Okay, let's catch up all the way 100%. Okay. Miami, 69 total yards on offense in the first half. Texas A&M drives, 3 punts, missed field goal, turnover on downs, and a fumble. That has been, okay, when we want to talk about everything that has transpired in this game, something that, I mean, I'm not a football sicko to the point where it's like I'm studying up on weather patterns and what the game's going to look like before time. There are probably people that knew. There's, you know, probably local Texas people who knew, when this game was announced of like, okay, this is who's playing. This is going to be the day. They probably knew the weather, and they probably knew what the weather was going to be like today. I had no clue. I had no clue that it would be a windy day. They were talking about it a little bit in the pregame, and they were also talking about it, like, they've talked about it during the whole telecast of how, oh, the wind's going to play an element. And, like, my brain's like, there's no way. Like, it can't be that bad if you're playing, like, how you're playing in Green Bay or Chicago or, you know, those big NFL stadiums where, yeah, sometimes the wind can get sucked in there like a vacuum and affect the game. Oh boy, was I wrong, because yeah, the wind has affected just about every single thing on this game. You want to look at the stats, like, let's compare quarterback to quarterback here. Look at the passing yards. Carson Beck only had 31. Marcel Reed has 113, which, what I find a little funny, hold on, is my volume down? Okay, good, my volume's down a little bit, so you can hear me. Sometimes I forget to do that, guys. I leave the music so stinking loud. But, I mean, we even saw on the very last drive, like, the cameraman, like, it loaded it up for, okay, this is where Beck's going to go deep. And just, he did a check down and just, maybe the wind affected it or something. But we've seen three missed field goals. One of them was blocked by Bain. I will give Miami's defense credit on that. But parts of me wonder, was the kick low because the wind pushed it down, and that's where Bain could time it up to block it, because that was probably one of the bigger plays in the first half. You can see how rushing yards, Texas A&M isn't getting it done on the ground. They're having to resort to Marcel Reed scrambling, which he has been pretty effective. He's gotten a couple first downs, but what I'm nervous about, because we saw this when the Aggies played the Longhorns, the more hits Reed takes, it's not good. You know what I mean? You never want your quarterback taking multiple hits and being the dude, because, I mean, again, knock on wood, don't wish for it to happen, don't want it to happen, but we're one bad ankle twist away from this game turning sideways, because this has been a really good game. Okay, what else are some big? Fletcher's been playing phenomenal. He had 2 really big runs there towards the beginning of the game. And like this, look at this. Yep, Daniels. I know Craver had his huge pass that was caught up the sideline. That was the most explosive play of the whole game. So, like, if we equal it out, this is probably there's only been 2 really big. You know, it just kind of, because again, the wind. I didn't think it would be a big deal. No, it's been a big deal. So now, yeah, like, boom, block. The fumble as well. Like, it, oh man, this game has had just about one of everything. Okay, time of possession seems pretty even. You know, 14-ish minutes compared to 16 minutes. 70 degrees. See, yeah, nothing in the weather said, hey, by the way, it's going to be really windy. Let's see, other box score stuff to look at. Marcel Reed, 12 for 17, 113. Oh, yep. The tight end had a big catch in the first quarter too, but we'll see. We'll see if Reed keeps trying to go back to him. He had the one where, I mean, I hate when defenders go low on the big tight ends, but he had the one that upended him. Malachi Tony did have a pass earlier in the game, which Carson Beck was wide open, and they talked about it in the telecast a little bit, where if Tony was looking towards Beck on the reverse and giving it back to him, he would have been wide open. I'm curious, well, considering how close the game is, where it's 0-0, I don't know if the coach would pull that play out again to do a pitch reverse back to Beck. Probably not going to happen, but I mean, look at this. 8 receptions total as a team. Beck hasn't been that good passing, but again, like the wind is definitely playing a big factor into this game. Anything else that we got to talk about? Scoring plays, no scoring plays. But like, look at this. punt, fumble, punt, punt, missed field goal, punt, missed field goal, turnover on downs. So the defense, I would say, my biggest reaction to the weather being a factor in this game, because I don't want to say it's an excuse or anything like that. I would say the defense, because we've watched how the Aggies have played defense all season, and we've watched how Miami has played defense all season. Which, let's pull up the stats here. When you want to look at team defensive leaders, okay, so look at this stat. Okay, obviously the two best teams are Indiana and Ohio State. Okay, and then Texas Tech. Scroll down a little bit. Look at that the fourth quiet team. Really, Toledo and San Diego's sitting right there. But look at Miami. Miami's been able to stay healthy and keep teams under 14 points on average. Scroll down a little bit more. It's Texas A&M. Texas A&M has given up a lot of points, but I think what messes with the average of the Aggies are their last two games. This one and this one, because, yeah. But we'll see. We will just see how this one goes. Well, and also, hold on, where? Oh shit, I lost him. There they are. They gave up 40 points to Notre Dame also, and they gave up 42 to Arkansas. So I think this is a real big test for both teams. I think this is a real test for the Aggies too, because I don't know that I can remember off the top of my head. The Texas game was close. South Carolina game was not close. It was not close because there was a turning, like right when after they went up 30, like, because they were getting blown out in the first half. Right when that thing clicked and it started to turn, and South Carolina didn't score at all in the second half. You knew, okay, yeah, this game was close, but like you knew, okay, the Aggies, they're done playing with their food. They're gonna win this thing. So, all right. See anything else? What other stats are standing out? What about offense? How are we looking with points per game on offense? Nope. No. Oh boy. Miami's all the way down here. 34 points a game. Where's Texas A&M? Say it ain't so. Where are they? Hold on. Did I? Oh, there they are. I scrolled way too far. 36. Okay. But, yeah. Well, that's not what this game is going to be today. This game is... This game is a defensive slaughter. So, yeah. They joked about it. The Pat McAfee telecast joked where it's like, hey, first team to score wins. No, I don't think it's going to be like that. But I think with the fact, I think this second half goes either one of two ways. It goes the one way where it's kind of like the Big Ten championship game, where after, gosh, wasn't the halftime score 6-10? Hoosiers and Buckeyes. Let me double check. Yeah, 6-10 halftime. It's either going to go one of two ways, where it's going to be a low-scoring affair. Oh, wait, you guys didn't see. Hold on, let me show you. My bad. Here we go. 6-10. So, it's either going to go that way, where It's 0-0 right now at halftime, and this is what it's going to be for the rest of the game, where this could turn into a field goal fest, or like there's probably going to be maybe 2 more touchdowns in the game. One of them probably will be a punt return by Toney, because that one that he broke away, that, shoestring tackle, the defender swiped at his foot, tripped him up a little bit because he ended up tripping over his own feet. Watch something like that happen again, where Toney breaks something on the outside. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Where if the defenses can shut down each other's offense, what about special teams? And that could be something where this game turns, where, okay, whoever can get the advantage on special teams wins. And right now, special teams, when you want to look at it that way on which team is playing better, when you look at special teams, which team is being favored and which one has played more stout, it's Miami. They have the huge return, but then they also have the blocked field goal at the very end of the game. Miami's no better. I mean, they also have 0 points, but their field goals were missed because of just kicking it wide left, wide right. So yeah, we'll just see how the rest of this game goes. Remainder. That's the one way that this could end. The second way that this could go is where the first half was an anomaly, because again, I mean, the playoffs are still very young. This is the second year of the 12 team. They were talking about how, no team, no game. Where's my water? Sorry, I need a quick drink. They were like, no game has ever been this low scoring in the history of the playoffs and stuff. And the last playoff game that I remember being this low scoring, kind of with the same vibe and feel, was the Bama. Remember when Bama and Georgia played each other in the national championship? I think that one was either 6-3 or 6-6 heading into halftime. I don't remember, but then there was an explosive second half, and there was the Ringo late game interception that extended the lead more for Georgia and made it a high scoring game. But I think with how talented Miami and Texas A&M's offense are, I'm led to believe that there will be an explosive play in the second half, and we're not going to have the kind of second half that the Hoosiers did with the Big Ten championship game. Like, there's parts of me that think there's going to be more than 6 more possessions here in the second half. Like, there's parts of me that think that Miami's going to get the ball probably 5 or 6 more times. Same with the Aggies. But then instead of missing field goals, punting 3 and outs, it's going to turn into something where, okay, these drives start to end in touchdowns, and we could have a situation like what we did last night, where how many straight possessions did Bama have ending with a touchdown or a field goal? Because at one point we saw it, they were down by 17, and then 5 straight possessions with points. They got themselves back in the game. They ended up winning it. So let's look at, hold on one more time. Okay, let's look at possessions here. Okay, so when you want to look, so punt, fumble, punt. So 2 possessions, and then 3 possessions, 4 possessions, 5 possessions, 6 possessions. Yeah, parts of me think that there's going to be, something's going to shake up here in the second half, where there's probably going to be another interception. Beck could throw an interception, costly interception. There could be another fumble, because Miami's defense is getting after Marcel Reed right now. I think both defenses are getting after the quarterback too. Like, this isn't saying that Beck's playing better, because he's not. Like, I think both defenses have shut down the opponent's offense. But I gotta believe that something with how equal the possessions have been, where you only got the ball twice in the first quarter, and like how we've seen it play out, something's going to change here where it's not going to look like this for the remainder of the game, and hopefully we're going to have a shootout here at the end of the game, because you know they're probably getting chewed out just a little bit at halftime. Go, come on boys, let's pull our heads out and let's figure it out. But anyways, we're gonna end the stream here, guys. I thank you for watching my halftime reaction, halftime report of this awesome game so far. Been fun, low scoring, gritty game. So we'll see, man. Like this, yeah, this is what you want in a playoff game. And funny enough, I joked about it. I've talked about it where, we looked at the last four, which this is where the reseeding of the playoffs, this is a benefit. This is where it's like, okay, here's a win, is last four home teams won last year, and they were all blowouts. Look at what's going on this year. And I kind of joked about it where if the playoffs want to remain the same, hold on. If the playoffs want to remain the same, and the outcry of Notre Dame fans or Vandy or Cougar fans, if we want to keep it the same instead of retooling it again, something needs to happen in the way of we can't have blowouts in the first round, and there needs to be some upsets on the road. We already got one with Bama. We're in a dogfight right now between Miami and see, look at this. The ball is even getting blown off the tee. That's how windy it is. Kicker has to re-put it up here. But yeah, they're gonna start the second half. But like, we have a dogfight here. Bama won the other day. Hey, I'm saying, I know I picked Ole Miss, and I'm gonna ride with that pick. That I predicted Ole Miss, but I'm not gonna be surprised if Ole Miss loses today. So we'll just see, you guys. But anyways, that's my thoughts on that. Thanks for letting me know your thoughts in the polls. Seems like all of y'all are rooting for the Aggies, which totally get it. I understand, but we will end the stream here. But I'll catch you guys in another one. Peace.